In December, the silence felt louder than the crowd. Not the roar of October, not the echo of Game 7 heartbreak, but the quiet hum of an offseason where every move feels like a message, and every pause feels like a gamble. For the Toronto Blue Jays, this winter has not been about standing still. It's been about circling a name, a shadow at the center of the market, a player many believe could tip the balance of power in the American League, Kyle Tucker. He is the crown jewel of this offseason, the kind of bat that changes pitching plans before the first pitch is thrown, the kind of presence at Reshape's lineups, expectations, and futures. And Toronto hasn't been subtle. Since Tucker hit free agency, the Blue Jays have hovered, watched, waited, and quietly, persistently, pushed. It started in small places. Instagram comments, jokes, emojis, invitations hidden in plain sight. Blue Jays players nudging, teasing, recruiting. Then came the moment that made everyone look twice. Earlier this week, George Springer was spotted alongside Tucker at a TGL event. Two former teammates, two friends, once united in Houston, now reunited in public. Coincidence? Maybe. But in baseball, optics matter. Springer knows Toronto, the city, the pressure, the hunger of a fan base still chasing its next parade. And if there was ever a moment to sell a vision, that was it. Because this isn't just about adding talent. It's about rewriting the ending. Last season ended one swing short. Game 7 of the World Series. Close enough to feel it. Far enough to lose it. The Blue Jays walked off that field knowing something had to change. And they acted. Toronto has been one of the most aggressive teams of the offseason. They spent. They moved fast. They shocked parts of the league by signing Kazuma Okamoto, committing real money to an international bat with real expectations. But that signing did more than add power. It clarified the board. Suddenly, the question wasn't if Toronto would make another big move. It was which direction they'd choose. For weeks, insiders predicted the Blue Jays would land one of two stars, Kyle Tucker or Bo Bichette. Two names, two paths, two very different futures. Bichette is familiar, a symbol of what this era of Blue Jays baseball was supposed to be. But familiarity cuts both ways. Toronto tried to extend him last season. It didn't happen. They've had months since free agency opened. Still nothing. MLB insider Bob Nightingale didn't mince words. Toronto, he said, still has the door open for Bichette. But with every passing day, a reunion feels less likely. The Okamoto signing didn't slam that door shut, but it changed the room. Okamoto projects as a primary third baseman. That allows Toronto flexibility. Ernie Clement to second, Andreas Gimenez at short, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. anchored at first. A puzzle taking shape. And in that puzzle, Kyle Tucker fits cleanly. Tucker brings what Toronto has chased for years: left-handed power, run production, postseason credibility. Last season, he hit .266 with 22 home runs and 73 RBIs. Not a career year, but a reminder of his floor. And Toronto hasn't just admired him from afar. Tucker visited the Blue Jays' spring training facility in Dunedin, met with the front office, sat down with manager John Schneider. Schneider later called the meeting productive. They learned about Tucker, and Tucker learned about Toronto. Since then, almost nothing. No leaks, no timelines, just persistence. Nightingale confirmed it. The Blue Jays are still trying, still hoping, still believing. Tucker's $400 million market hasn't fully materialized. The league is cautious. Owners are calculating. And Toronto is waiting in that space between hesitation and ambition. What makes this moment different is intent. General Manager Ross Atkins has been clear. The Blue Jays are not done. Ownership is backing them. The money is there. But every addition now comes with a cost, not just in dollars, but in playing time, in development, in identity. Toronto believes its roster is good, better than it was. But good doesn't erase Game 7. And that's the weight hanging over every decision. Kyle Tucker represents more than a signing. He represents a response to heartbreak, to doubt, to the idea that Toronto came close, but not close enough. If he signs, it will be because of relationships, because of trust, because of a vision sold quietly, moment by moment. Springer, Miles Straw, the city, the chance to finish what last October started. If it doesn't happen, then this offseason will be remembered as the one where Toronto pushed every chip forward and still had to live with the question, was it enough? The Blue Jays are still in the hunt, still spending, still believing one more move could change everything. And, somewhere between silence and speculation, their future is waiting on a decision. One name, one signature, one moment that could define the next decade. What do you think Toronto should do next? See you.